Photo of Sara drinking a cup of tea. Photo of Sara smiling. Seeing with Sara logo. Seeing with Sara is a virtual series hosted by Empowerment Through Integration and developed as a co-creation between ETI and ETI's founder, Sara Minkara.
Hi everyone, my name is Sara Minkara. Welcome to another episode with Seeing with Sara. Today I am so excited to introduce to you Ana Barbosa, the new ETI Executive Director. And it's a huge honor. It's one of my biggest pride and joy to be able to introduce you to her. I'm moving towards becoming a board member at ETI. It's always been my dream that ETI grows to a point that it's beyond me and beyond Sara, and it's all about disability inclusion. It's all about sustaining the impact moving forward. And I think this is the biggest milestone in ETI's history, is that we've been able to do that, and that we are bringing Anna as our new executive director. So welcome, Anna. I am so honored and excited to be talking to you and to introduce you to ETI's community and beyond, and your story. So to start off with is, tell me, it's exactly 4 years ago that you joined ETI. Exactly 4 years ago. What inspired you to join our organization?
Thank you, Sara. So for me, what inspired me to join ETI was pretty much the main theme of ETI, that is inclusion for all as a value for all. And for me, as a professional, this has always somehow been a part of everything that I've done and the way that I interacted with the world, but more in an unconscious way. But it was there all along, this ultimate value that whatever it is that I worked for or contributed to, that was the underlying feeling that I believed back then, and I believe now, that inclusion for all is a value for all. And when I found ETI, I was at a moment in my life that I wanted to feel connected to something that was true, and something that was a reflection of my true values. And when I saw ETI and I read its mission and its vision and the work that was being done, and I said I would love to be a part of that. So that's why.
That's so beautiful. And for the world to know, Anna has played so many different roles in ETI, as our program director, as the country director in Lebanon, building up our teams, our programs, everything from very much different angles and perspectives. Anna, through your lens, explain to the world, what is the impact that ETI is trying to achieve?
So what ETI is trying to achieve is actually exactly its name, empowerment through integration. And this is not only limited to the individual, in this case, the individual level, but also on a macro level. So on an individual level, we are providing the trainings, the tools, the resources necessary to transform the mindsets of those individuals in order so they perceive that they are capable to achieve whatever they put their minds and souls and hearts and energy into. And on an individual level, of course, we have been focusing on empowering individuals with disabilities as well as their families and members of the community. On a macro level, we are still promoting this empowerment through integration because we are looking at society as an organism, and an organism cannot function as a whole entity unless it's fully integrated. You can be let's say an organism that has different parts, but if you don't have all those parts working towards the same goal, that organism is not going to reach its full capacity. So as a society, what we're doing right now is looking at what we have, in this case, this society that has this beautiful potential, that it's still not fully transformed, not fully visible to all of us. And we are putting together the pieces that are necessary to enhance this potential and make it flourish. So by integrating individuals who have disabilities, as well as all of the individuals who pertain to groups that are not seen and heard and felt, this is what we're doing on a macro level. So ultimately, by transforming minds, we are transforming people, and we are transforming all of us as a group.
That's amazing. And through your work the past 4 years, you've seen impact in action, right? Intangible impact on the ground. Give me one story that sticks out to you.
Oh my God, there are so many stories. I don't think it's possible to just select just one. I would say that in Lebanon, I have met different people from completely different backgrounds, and I learned about inclusion and exclusion in different ways that until that point this was not known to me. And how is it that individuals who reject and deny and push away people with disabilities, they are somehow just projecting their own internal fears regarding that particular, characteristic or concept. And of course I'm generalizing, but I've seen this in multiple stories on the ground. And as I was observing this, and I cannot give like one specific name or case, but as I was experiencing this in my relationship with people on the ground, I realized that the transformation of mindsets, it's not just about words, and it's not about us preaching what is the right humanitarian behavior that someone else should have, that we should also take a look at that individual who is receiving that message as a person who has feelings and has concerns and fears and emotions that need to also be taken into consideration, so that the more we also embrace that individual and we bring that individual slowly but surely into that mindset, that this will stick. And that's the sustainability that we are looking to have with everything that we create, either our trainings or programs and so on. So instead of giving you one specific case, I just summarize and put, let's say, a compilation of cases into this more general example. But this for me has been the most impactful.
Definitely. And ETI has also impacted us, individuals, staff, volunteers that have worked for ETI. I've been impacted through ETI. All of us have. Tell me how you've been impacted through ETI on a personal level.
I would say that in multiple ways. I started with ETI, and of course, I still had, several doubts about, is this my path? Is this something that I can actually do? Is this something that, how is it that I should be as a human being and as a professional to enter this path of humanitarian work and really contribute to the fullest? And one of the things that resonated a lot with me was the interaction between people and how ETI doesn't have the same bureaucratic feel as several other organizations. So because of this family component and then this very strong interpersonal relationships based on compassion, love, curiosity, friendship, this boosted my let's say sense of confidence and my energy and my motivation, and made me feel more and more secure in myself as a professional and as a human being. And because of that, I felt like I personally experienced this empowerment through integration by recognizing the pieces of myself in other people that were part of this team and are part of this team, and have contributed to make me realize that I can accomplish the goals that I set for myself. And yes, I can, and I have something beautiful to contribute to the field. And this made me feel unapologetically myself. And I think that's the most beautiful gift that ETI, has given me.
And my last question for you is, ETI has been my baby for the past 10 years, and now I'm handing this baby off to you, and I've had a vision for it for the past 10 years, and we've, reached our vision, and we surpass, or we also always adjust and adapt to our vision. What's your vision for ETI for the next 10 years? What's your hope? What do you hope ETI will achieve?
I have to say that first, one of the things that made me connect to ETI and also to you as an amazing leader and inspiration to all of us is the fact that my vision for ETI has been so much in alignment with your vision all these years. And I think that's one of the things that made us a great team, piggybacking on each other and just doing everything that we were doing throughout this amazing journey. And what I would say is my vision is making sure that ETI's gift to the world is going to be disseminated to the best of our capacity to all regions in the world, and making sure that individuals who pertain to the most marginalized communities are no longer going to be rejected or disowned or abandoned by their families, by their societies, and that ETI is going to be there for them and provide them with the tools that they need in order to transcend that space of marginalization and exclusion and bring them to the realization that they are and have always been members of their communities and their families. And I think for me, while this sounds very philosophical, it can easily be translated to different programs, different trainings, different sectors being served. So my vision is to make sure that ETI is going to bring its influence to all the spaces. And we hope, and I believe that I'm speaking on our behalf at this point, that we hope that everyone will be able to benefit and realize that empowerment through integration is the best way to exist, either as a person, as a society, as a family, and together, united, connected, we will belong to ourselves and we will be able to be everything that we came here to be. So.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Anna. And as you guys see, Anna is a wonderful, beautiful human being that is going to take ETI to the next level. And I never thought in a million years we would be able to come to this point where, we're growing and we're sustaining, and we have an amazing new leader for the organization. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please comment below. Welcome Anna to this new role, and write any questions that you might have for her, any comments of support, encouragement, anything, so we can show Anna our excitement and the excitement for the next chapter in ETI. And follow us on social media on all of our platforms, and please tune in a couple weeks with another episode with Seeing with Sara. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow ETI on social media. Instagram, eti.vision. LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, ETI Vision. Follow Sara Minkara. LinkedIn, Sara Minkara. Instagram, Sara.s.Minkara. Facebook, Sara.Minkara.1. Twitter, Minkara Sara. Seeing with Sara logo. Credits. Production, ETI, Empowerment Through Integration. Host, Sara Minkara. Executive Producer, Ana Barbosa. Carol Cochino. Assistant Producer, Nicolette Capiello. Closed Captioning, Pedro Gaetano. Post-Production, Bacoli Media.